back. Better late than never. You know? Another day on Keep It G News. So we supposed to start at 11, y'all, but I had to upload that video. Get it a little bit of run, you know. Then we're going to follow up. Going to follow up after the upload. Make sure I hit that like button if you just tapping in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you just tapping in. You know. And y'all, we got a good one today, though, y'all. Want to start this video off by saying Mryon Gaines, fresh and fit, is a bitch. Big one. Big B on that motherfucker. You heard me. Boy, whole goofy. Like, yo, how many, I told y'all earlier, y'all, in that video I did. Yo, we are living in Revenge of the Nerds, y'all. I don't know if people noticed that or not, but that's the times that we living in. Been going on for a couple years now. But I think it's starting to reach a boiling point. You understand? Because I don't even know why. I just think, yo, it's starting to reach a boiling point, yo, because we're saying a lot of these guys, right, that finally got their voice heard. What it is, G-Man, Cuz Walk, Quentin, what it do, Siobhan, what it is. Look, they finally got their voice heard, right? And instead of them being humble, people, you're supposed to be humble, yo. You're supposed to be the same way with money that you was when you was broke. You feel me? Like, that's how you really supposed to be. Now, I know everybody don't carry you that way, but money shouldn't change you that much. But what we dealing with, y'all, is we dealing with the internet and being as though a lot of these people, jumped on the internet early, because I know for guys like me and guys that was, doing outside, we always looked at the internet with the side eye, like, I ain't fucking with the internet. So what happened was, a lot of the guys that wasn't outside, they didn't have the girls, they didn't have the lifestyle, they didn't have all the things that they seen other people having. They latched on to the internet. And what happened is, they came up off of it. Salute to them. But when they came up off of it, they started making money. And now that they're making money, the internet done changed the world. So now you got all these women on the internet. You got prostitution. You got high-class whores on the internet. Instagram models. They, y'all know the game. But if y'all didn't know the game, that's the game. The high-class Instagram models is nothing but prostitutes. And they are attached. So now these guys got money. They ain't never had money before. They ain't never have nobody respect them or even look at them in a way that, a lot of these dudes probably was virgins till they got money. If you want to keep it all the way real. Like, they wasn't dealing with chicks. So basically, let me get to the point. What's going on now, yo, is now it is the Revenge of the Nerds. Now they got the money because of YouTube and the internet, and you don't really gotta know these people in real life, so you can create a character. That's why we got a lot of these creative players going on. Got a lot of these characters, so they created a character online and people watched it. People supported it. But now it's like, now I got power, and now I'm exerted on all the people that done me wrong. It might not even been intentionally wrong. You feel me? So you got a segment of the internet, the Revenge of the Nerds people, and they're lashing out at women. They lashing out at the street guys because that's something evil. They wanted to they envied the street guys, and they couldn't get the women. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm going at with this? That's why you saying some of these people, they get on the internet and they acting so arrogant and they acting so big-headed. And one of the main culprits of this, I guess, lifestyle, ideology, I don't know what you want to call it, is a guy by the name of Mryon Gaines, Fresh and Fit Podcast. Yo, I don't know how many times I've seen this grown man argue with women. Like, I had a dispute, right? with a YouTuber because she was stealing and not giving credit, right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Show y'all what I'm talking about, man. The fuck around my computer? And for a while, I didn't know, how to go about doing it because I'm not ready to be arguing with no girl online. Like I argue enough for my own goddamn girl. I be goddamn if I'm be doing that shit online. You heard me? Like fuck that. That ain't happening. I wouldn't even feel right. I feel like a bitch. You feel me? But at the time, I had to get the point across, because this YouTuber, and y'all know her, Mickey Truth, went on multiple platforms, huge platforms. Well, not huge, but Adam 22 and DJU, and she was giving my takes. Like I was like, damn. And it wasn't just that she was giving my takes. She was giving my takes and never not once mentioned me. Then when I brought it to her attention, she talking about I should have paid for promo. Like pay for promo? The fuck I'm gonna pay you for promo before and you stealing. You stealing from me. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Show y'all what we talking about here, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. But I said that to say, I'm not arguing with no female online. Like, under no circumstances. You feel me? Like, I lean on these niggas every chance I get. I will not be online arguing with no woman. Because what the fuck do that make me? But the thing is, these people that I'm talking about, academics, one of them, they never had female attention. So they know that the attention that they're getting is only because the perception that they're getting some money. They know that. And I think it bothers them. I think it bothers them that they know deep down inside that no matter, that they're only getting this attention. They're only allowed or getting away with talking the way they talking is because in this world that was created, they have some level of influence. They got clout. And they know that people chase clout. But I don't respect it. Because I think it's some bitch ass shit. For real. I think it's bitch shit. Like I just don't get as a man, yo, how can you feel comfortable talking to women like this? And this nigga's a racist. Like that's the crazy thing about it. Stone cold racist. Only want to be black when it's beneficial. That's why I always be saying, yo, everybody ain't on the same teams out here, man. Like, yo, these guys ain't with us. I don't give a fuck what they look like. You gotta watch them motherfuckers. Pay attention to their movements. They'll show you exactly who their morals and principles align with. I'm trying to find that video, this shit I'm talking about. It probably was some time back. And let me show you what I'm talking about. The motherfucker blogger goes straight to no jumper with my whole tape. I'm like, damn, shorty. I thought we was better than that. But you learn, yo, with these YouTube motherfuckers, man. They ain't nobody moving with no integrity, yo. Like, and I refuse to sell out. I can't. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money these motherfuckers is getting. Here we go. Clear as day. Mickey Truth. Mickey, the case went fed because they didn't have enough evidence for it to go state. All hearsay. State couldn't do anything with the case. So Mickey Truth got this information from me. The feds requested the phone records. Got this information from me. Look, she disagreed. The feds requested the phone records, not the state. But she goes to No Jumper, Adam 22, and takes this information up there. Did anybody see Mickey Truth interview on Adam 22 or DJ U? She took this information up there and ran it like it was hers. But I didn't disrespect her or diss her online. Like, I ain't got time for that. I did put out a video stating the facts, but you will never, ever in life catch me doing some shit like this. Hold on. What the fuck? I don't need that. So I don't know how many people watched that video I did earlier. But check this guy out. Oh, murder Charlene. Is always black. So let me show you this fuck boy. I slap you on real life. See, these type of people need to be slapped in real life. Like, no, all jokes aside, no trolling. Like, somebody really need a man, a black man really need to put hands on him. Because he only black when it's beneficial and he's a goofy. All he does is disrespect women. But like I said, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It gotta be frustrating, right? It gotta be. I wouldn't know though, but it gotta be frustrating to know that you only getting attention because you got a couple dollars. You only getting attention because you got clout. You know, some people always had clout. Some people always had attention. But then you got the guys like Mryon and others that never had attention, and it shows. Like, I don't have to know him personally to know that this is the case, because look at how he acts. He acts as if nobody ever paid him any attention. And he's taking it out on the world instead of seeking motherfucking therapy. Thank
you. Your mom does everything you're saying to me without telling me, and sit right back to you.
Listen to this, y'all. Who does all of this? Like, who does all of this to a female that you don't even know? You don't even know this girl. You don't have no emotional attachment to this girl. But yet you in this girl's face, calling her all type of names. She should have plucked this dumbass. I want to see what the fuck he did then.
I declare not to agree that. This show is going to be in the
Yo, he called the girl a nigger with the ER on the end. With the ER on the end. Like, yo. And then he got another guy that perceives to be a black guy, and he works with him. It's like, yo, that's what I be telling y'all, and people get mad when I say this. Like, yo, everything ain't what you think it is, man. You feel me? Like, yo, we ain't all together in this shit, yo. Like, we don't really have no allies when it come down to it. Now, Nightbot. God damn it, Nightbot. Fuck. My bad, y'all. I ain't give it a Nightbot yet. And people get mad when I say that, yo, but that's what it is. And instead of people that, you know, that is on the same side, but may not be a descendant of slaves or American black, yo, don't get mad at us. You need to get mad at these motherfuckers. Because these are the guys that make people like me say this shit. You feel me? Like, they get mad at me for saying it, instead of the real culprit, their own.
This is Florida. This is Florida. This is Florida. This is Florida. Stand your fucking ground. You ain't getting reimbursed. Shit, get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you.
That's fine. I'm
You're fucking fat. You look like shit. Your hair's a wig. Your stomach is jiggling. You look like fucking shit. You're literally, your underwear is showing, and your stomach is hanging.
Look at this
Disgusting.
Look at this
Disgusting.
When y'all start this podcast, just know that these people right here are going to make y'all feel like y'all like shit. They're going to try to demean y'all to take your energy.
You're wearing a wig.
Take their mother.
You're wearing a wig.
He's dumb as fuck. I have braids in my hair, and this ignorant nigga who looks black and wants to be a nigga till it's time to be one doesn't even know what braids are. Yeah, he doesn't even know who he's talking to. He's gonna put you motherfuckers on motherfucking internet. You bitches don't have no motherfucking job after me, nigga.
You ain't gonna sue shit. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. This is Florida.
Okay.
Do you know the laws in Florida? This ain't Texas, bitch. You
It's
stupid
not.
fucking
But my
retard.
mother
You
is
don't
a
know the
fucking
law.
government
This is
person.
stand your ground state. Okay?
Yeah,
You
no
stupid bitch. You're so dumb.
They do with black
67 IQ.
This is what they do with black
Get the fuck up out of here,
It's the
dog.
same
I hope she would have.
This
But what happened was this girl, she ended up throwing something at him, and this girl took a side. Whoever the fuck she is.
the same nigga that came at Asian dog. Nigga, I'm finna get them hitters from Dallas to
Do it.
your bitch
Do
ass.
it.
Don't
Do
worry.
it. Do it.
This the
Please.
same nigga
Oh, no,
that
it wasn't her.
came at
Do it. Do it. Get the fuck up out of here.
Your mama.
You're fat. You're fat. You're fat. You're fat.
It was this girl.
Bro, what the fuck? Yo, take a purse. Yo.
Motherfucker talking about taking her purse. Now they trying to rob the girl. Like, yo, somebody in Florida need to catch up with yo, man. Like, I don't be understand. Like, these type of dudes wouldn't be able to last everywhere, yo. Like, how is he lasting in Florida all these years? With all this disrespect of women, obvious racist, how is he lasting? Like, ain't nobody, man.
Give me my fucking phone and get the fuck up off of me. Yo, get the fuck off, bro. You're tripping, bro. Get the fuck off of me. Bitch, I got the right phone. You're fucking motherfucker. That's not my phone. It's my phone's over here. My phone has a blue back.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Bible verses. Some of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The one and only.
Because hello.
It's right there. It's right there.
Fuck
It's
out
right
my
there.
way.
All right, cool.
Fucking fight.
All right, go ahead.
You wanna fucking fight? I wish I had my blinky on me.
You got it. You got it.
Fuck off with me, nigga. Let me go
I
upstairs.
literally just saved you. I literally just saved you.
Shit.
I
Beat these hoes up. I've been waiting to
Okay.
fuck somebody up.
literally just saved your
You
life.
ain't saying shit.
I just literally saved your
And
life.
I wasn't trying to hit you. You know I wasn't trying to hit you. I wasn't trying to hit you.
No, sorry.
You're good.
I'm cool, Chris.
You sure?
I got it.
Hey, trust me. I'm
And this is the thing. She look like she a black woman. Like, how are y'all, like, y'all, and this is the thing, y'all. But this the life that the world that we living in, yo, where everybody's chasing clout. It's like, yo, this man has a history of this. He has a history of this. So why are people still going to his platform knowing his fucking history? Yo, I remember a while ago, right? A while ago, when I was building my channel, it was this other content creator. It was a female. I reached out to her to do a podcast with her. She decides to go to Fresh and Fit. I see the bitch. She like, cause she told me like, yeah, I'm doing another show. I'm like, yo, you fucking ain't go to my show to go to fucking Fresh and Fit to fuck with these goofy ass niggas. Like, I just thought that was the wildest thing at the time, cause he's a fucking goofy. He might have did better numbers at the time, but at the end of the day, he's a fucking goofy. But we living in a world where people choose clout over real. And that I can't respect it. Shorty should have known better. She shouldn't have put herself in that situation to go up there and be ridiculed by his clown ass. Cause he a fucking clown, man. Like I said, yo, I just don't get it as a man. As a man, yo, how do you argue with a woman? You feel me? And a woman that's not even your girl. You don't have no emotional connection to this woman. No physical connection to this woman. But you let this woman get you so upset to the point you wanna fight the girl. Like, man, this nigga is crazy. He's a sucker. He's a sucker, man. For real. Like, these type of people, yo, get zero respect. Zero in the real world. Let me show y'all something I just ran across. Speak to my man, urban politicians, man. I just ran. He posted some shit I didn't even know about. If I did, I'd have put this in the video.
Times in the blog world, in the media world.
So Mryon was on Twitter Spaces, basically sucking up.
And how much he hates himself. Because I already heard the one clip they pushed.
Listen to this nigga on Twitter Spaces.
White supremacy, telling those niggas. He told them he agrees.
Back, we want it for white folks. And would you go home and you said, I take this country back, we want it for white folks. And would you job calling these Jews? But, you know, day. And I said, you know, you're doing a great job calling these Jews.
Look, look, he getting his cosign. You're doing a great job calling out these Jews. Like, yo, he out this bitch doing a motherfucking white man bit, and he's a bitch. Somebody need to run his pockets. He probably should get his pockets ran for real. That's why he even decided to become a Homeland Security. Tired of getting bitched his whole life.
But, you know, if we take this
and
country
I'm wrong
back,
with white
we
people.
want it for white folks. And would you go home and you said, I was born here and I'm not going anywhere. And this is where I think the problem is with working with non-whites.
I love white people
is
too.
that once you think
Love
you
all
help
people.
us, that you're just going to stay in our country. Do you still stand? Why do you Browns think you could stay in my country? No, it's the truth. You didn't build this country, Mryon. You're not from.
Yo, the man asked him, why do you Browns think you can stay in this country? Listen to what Mryon say, y'all.
Here.
Address you right now.
You're not from this country. Why do you think you can stay?
Anyway, like
no, it's a point.
Hey,
I am in Florida. I'm in Florida, and I will knock you out on camera.
all right, I'm not gonna have violence in the space. It's not even my
No violence? You see what I'm saying? Yo, you see the difference in energy? Do you see the difference in energy? Yo, he got all this energy for females. All this energy for females. But the minute a man show him any kind of aggression, I'm not going to have this in my space.
I think Ian's having,
Arab and black descent. I've been very vocal about whites, right? Having
Yes,
the ability to claim to say, hey, like, I don't think white supremacy is a bad thing. I don't have an issue with whites saying, like, yo, our country was founded by whites.
still feel bad for him. I said that.
Yo, he don't even fucking know the history of the United States. He said he was over here his whole life. He just said whites built the United States. Yo, this guy is fucking confused. Where did they find him? Hold on, let me show y'all this this one. He got into it with Asian dog not too long ago too. Him, DJ Academics, they all move the same type of way.
I don't even know who she is, so I don't care. Simple.
Damn.
Guys, sidebar conversations, please.
All right,
I've told you this is like this is like the fifth time I've told you that, right?
Yeah.
Sixth time.
Like, stop. For real, like, stop.
He
No.
mean as fuck.
You not been here.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, it's the whole show. Yeah, she's been doing it the whole show. I'm not mean as fuck. I just have rules. Simple.
All right, go ahead. It's podcast.
Damn. What I look for in a man in club, that's like approaching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean?
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was happening,
I
right?
don't give a fuck.
Okay, then. So how you going to come on somebody's show, not know what go down, and say, oh, you're mean?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay, well, you can get the fuck off the show, too.
I don't give a
Get
fuck.
off the show, too.
Man. What? Chill out,
Listen,
bro.
don't talk like
Nah, you can go.
no.
Chill.
You're not going to come on the platform.
Nah, chill, bro. She ain't gotta go nowhere.
No, she could go.
Chill,
I don't have to.
Chill.
Come on, baby. We don't have to be this mean. We can all be.
Listen.
Come on.
Chill out, bro. Let's calm
I'm
down.
sorry. He's hot. I'm calm.
No, I'm very calm, but it's like, bro, you got to show a little bit of respect on the platform.
It's cool, bro. Chill.
I say you mean. It is what it is. What the fuck you want me to say?
That's not the truth, though.
You mad about I saying mean? You grown as hell.
Well?
Yeah, well.
Okay. So earlier on the show, let's look back and forth. So he was just telling her to chill.
Yeah,
because
for real. I agree, y'all.
So it's like chill.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay, but I said he mean.
I just want somebody to put hands on him.
Shit.
Well,
dramatic.
Because you don't know what was going on.
We are
I don't
on the show.
know.
It's good though, bro.
Why would
Hey, yo.
that piss you off?
Chill, bro. It's all right. We all
I
right.
want to leave.
Let's get in the
So
face.
only
You got
please.
I won't.
Okay, just like from here on out, like
Ain't here
one at a
racist.
time because we're
Yeah,
going to show
we'll
right
start
now.
it
Okay?
over. I promise I won't say nothing. I
This
promise.
is the 5th time.
Okay.
You said that last time.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Okay, let's start
Go
it over. Okay.
listen. Don't let them diamonds fool you.
All right.
Oh, I'm bad.
Super chats and then we'll do,
Nah. I'm just talking in general. Don't get me beat up. But
Look,
No, we
look at his man. His man know he a racist. He know he's a bitch, so he can't be too far off. Like, how can you be around somebody like this guy? And academics loves him. I'm just showing y'all the type of people that motherfuckers are supporting on this internet. He loves them.
After this.
After this, okay, cool.
Yeah, 20 up.
Netty pot.
Daddy pop for tomorrow
That's
morning.
messed up.
I need one. Venmo me or send it to me via Uber Eats. Thanks. Bye.
We got Dixie Normus.
Thank you.
10 bucks says, girl, 2 away from Mryon is Freshina. Okay. We got DJ says, Dan, when Agent Law sat down, she made all the other girls look busted. You up? Later. All right. Girl, 2 away from Mryon is Freshina. Okay, cool. And then we got someone in the back.
You can't even pay attention to the damn screen.
Yeah. Cool. So we're gonna end this show here shortly.
Decision to roll out Asian, don't come on someone's show.
Chris. Let's close up.
Yeah, good decision to roll out Asian, don't come on someone's show not knowing what's going on and speak it down on the host. Respect the show. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
First time donating. Just
They don't want to do that, bro.
Don't change for nobody. Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. We don't change. I don't even know who she is, so I don't care.
That's Queen Von girl. Like, you know who Queen Von is?
No, I know who King Von is, but
Okay,
I mean,
you should know who his girl is.
I don't
Nah,
know
not
who his
really.
girl is.
It's King
You're
Von
a
because,
fan,
like,
to be honest.
the fact you said it's King Von.
You right. They don't want to do that. They intentionally find airheads to bring up to the platform. Because a woman, you know, with morals and principles ain't even gonna go up there for one. And damn sure ain't going up there to be disrespected. But those type of people, yo, they all right, they gonna get their day. You know, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, yo, before he try that shit with the wrong female and she gonna have brothers, cousins, a boyfriend, somebody that's gonna approach yo, and then we're gonna see the real Mryon. We're gonna see the Mryon that was in that Twitter spaces getting disrespected. Talking about, I don't want no smoke, I don't want no beef, you know, I don't want no disrespect. But he give disrespect to women. But this is just another example, like I said in that video, of revenge of the fucking nerds. We living in Revenge of the Nerds, y'all. Y'all remember that movie? This part 2. This is part 2 of Revenge of the Nerds. But I was going to do a video on this story, right? It's a woman, a rapper from Sacramento is missing. Let me show y'all this girl. Her right here. Her name is the fuck's her name? God damn it. Sugar Dior. Sugar Dior is a rapper from Sacramento, the Bay Area. 23,000 Instagram followers. Currently missing. I don't know if this is her boyfriend or who that guy is, but it's a sad situation, y'all. It's fucked up. But I was listening to her music.
Just hopped out the plane with my J's and my hoodie, 30K in my purse, he pull-ups, my booty, 7-Eleven run, munchies creeping like the boogie, 2 hands on it, licking till I hit the tootsie. He worked the long hours, I work.
I was listening to her music, yo, and she talks a lot of that selling like, yo, this is a dangerous lifestyle, yo. Like the women, y'all got it, yo, women that want to be Instagram famous and Instagram models, and yo, Instagram models are prostitutes.
Let me show you how to clout your bitch on her birthday, man. It's the realest bitch birthday, man.
They fucking prostitutes. And it's fucked up, yo, because when you look at their Instagram pages, you would think that they living a hell of a life. They living a hell of a fucking life. But they really just prostitutes. So let me show y'all what happened to this girl. Hold on. Is that the song I'm looking for?
You are
Yeah, they sex workers. No, the song, the music is trash. I can't find the song I was looking for. But let me show y'all what happened with her. She is currently missing. Somebody offered her $500. California rapper Sugar Dior is missing. She was last seen leaving the club with two men who offered her $500 to perform at a party. This shit's exactly, yo. This shit fucking sad. But it's like I don't get it. I don't understand where. Is this the song right here?
They want to hear your freestyle, so.
Oh.
Put a ribbon on it.
Hold on.
Sugar. Dior.
It ain't that serious, Nick.
Money on the low. Your father sent a jet to get me just to fly it up the coast. From the S to the water, yeah, he let me spur the boat. Sassy, classy, bossy hat, he braids me train to go. Mommy and my daddy both gang raised to go. I'm an animal. I'm an animal.
Music garbage. I don't even really know if you can classify her as a rapper. For real. But look what happened. She over here. This is her right here. She's in the club. They work together to get in the car, to get in the car. The guy in the red offered her $500 to party somewhere. And here she go right here. Walking to the car with somebody. It was a San Jose address. Her phone location was left in a parking lot in California, an hour away. It stayed in the parking lot for 3 days. She done got herself, went and got kidnapped. Chasing the motherfucking lifestyle. That shit sad as a motherfucker. Chasing the fucking lifestyle. All you gotta do is put work in. Like, yo, you don't. Everybody want to take shortcuts, and yo, there's no shortcuts in life, man. Ain't no shortcuts in this shit. Like I said, I was gonna do a whole video on it, but it ain't really enough music. Ain't no news articles covering it. But it's a sad situation. Sad situation. But look at, hold up, yo. Look at this shit.
Right here.
Look at this motherfucker right here.
And stuff like that.
Yo, this gotta stop, yo. Yo. Yeah, I don't know how many people is interested in hearing Woody give game. Yo, but to share this, FYB J-Man shared this to his page. To share Woody talking about integrity or morals, yo, that shit should be a crime, yo. Her name's Sugar Dior. That should be a fucking crime. Yo, if a person share Woody on their page giving any type of game, yo, their page should be disabled. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, what else? YouTube. Like, yo, this shit should be banned, man, forever. It should be called misleading.
Like I said, that jealousy will make niggas say the wrong thing. Like, let's see girls on you, so right there.
Listen to this
nigga.
nigga.
Lie, right? Give a nigga say, hey, man, you my mans, man. If I die, man, put everything on me. Now that a nigga dead, you got to go in there and put everything on him. because he didn't do that. The niggas that be around you, oh, he's snitching. Because they envy you. They ain't snitching. But the man said before he died. Nigga, when I die, nigga, let him know everybody I killed. Well, I'm dead, bitch. What you gonna do? God already know I did it. It is what it is. But then it shows the flaws that these niggas have. They want to be real so bad. But go over there and fuck their man, baby mom while he in jail.
What? Yo, is he talking? Hey, yo, this man will do everything that he said. He talk about fucking with somebody, baby mother while they met. He will do that. That is right along the lines of how Woody would move. That's a characteristic of a rat.
Yeah. I'll go over there and do this. And man, hey man, it's flaws. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why I don't get into the conversation with niggas. I know what I do, and I know what I will do if I have to do it to protect me and those I care about. So a lot of time, man, this nigga had it. All that niggas try they real, man. Look, real is a man that mind his own business, stay in his own lane.
Well, he can't. He disqualified himself. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, why? Like, yo, I don't get that, yo. Like, how can people share him saying something like that when he just was telling on his fucking friends all these fucking years? 10 years straight telling on his friends. But then tell the world what real is. Get the fuck out of here, Woody. Sit dumb ass down somewhere. Nigga, you don't know the definition of real. Yo, but where my man at? Soulja Boy, man, put out a diss track. Yeah. Soulja Boy diss Plies, y'all.
This right here is my swag. Plies, you broke, you going now sad. Trying to steal my beat. Lord, nigga, I know you mad. Lord, nigga, I know you mad. This right here is my beat. Plies, you broke, we know you cheat. Tryna go to court, nigga, tryna sue me. Sit your ass down, go and hustle in the street. You supposed to be a gangster nigga, that's some fucking sneak shit. Supposed to be a real nigga, that's some fucking big shit. This ain't your beat, little nigga, I ain't sample shit. Yes.
Yeah, but it ain't even his beat. So, man, we talked about this yesterday. That's why I wanted to revisit. The producer, Gorilla's producer Ace, says he got the sample from Wannabe from Lil Will's My Dougie, not from Plies after Plies filed the lawsuit. Plies, I think he just was upset that Kamala lost the election and he was just scrambling, you know, to try to find his way back into the news.
Wannabe, that hoe came from My Dougie. Notice the low piano, they were throwing y'all out. My Dougie came from a song, shout out Nitty Beats, a song Nitty Beats produced is out here. He credited on the joint, so you know it's facts. And Pretty Boy Swag came from My Dougie. It's really simple economics. And the only thing that's throwing shit off, oh yeah, Plies. This is what we getting into. This nigga think we got the shit from him. Good. No, that don't make sense because you got this shit from My Dougie. Everybody know that. So, I mean, I feel like it's just fairly simple. And they let you slide. Don't forget that part of the story. They let you slide, my nigga. They finna come get your ass because you really should have just sat there and just ate there and all that. Hold on, I ain't done. It's another nigga lying. Soulja Boy, your ass lying. That beat was not original, my boy. It ain't even Mississippi. But hold on, that's the point. The point is, you said the beat was original and it's not. Nitty made the melody. That's why he credited on your song. Wannabe.
Yeah, so ain't none of them on the beat, man. Plies is filing frivolous lawsuits. But look at this though, y'all. I started to do a video on this too. A high-profile man who was requested to remain anonymous sues lawyer representing 120 Diddy accusers for allegedly trying to extort settlement money by accusing him of wild crimes like R minors and sexual assaulting people at Diddy parties. Get what I tell y'all, man. This guy's a fucking fraud. All right, a high-profile man is taking legal action against Tony Busby, the lawyer repping over 120 accusing Diddy of sexual misconduct. And y'all, he only filed about 5 lawsuits, maybe 6. Remember what I told y'all? Y'all remember when I was like, what if you find out, right, out of the 120 lawsuits that he announced that he only filed 2? Y'all remember we said that? What if you find out that he only filed too. Then what? Because I believe, yo, he filed them law. He announced them lawsuits to tank the jury pool. Because once you create a firestorm like that, right? 120 accusers, you can't take that back. It's in the atmosphere now. And I believe, yo, that was a ploy by the United States. I believe he's a part of it. And the ultimate goal was to tank the jury pool. Because he ain't filed nowhere near that many. And then he announced all these high-profile people that he was going to name in lawsuits. We haven't heard one yet. That's why, yo, you got to be very critical, yo, with this whole Diddy thing, yo, because they throwing bullshit in the game. This man saying anonymous as John Doe says Busby is trying to extort him for big money by threatening to hit him with wild and fake claims of sexual assault, including RN of minors, if he doesn't pay up. In a lawsuit filed in LA, Doe says Busby sent letters accusing him of assaulting people at parties hosted by Diddy, even claiming drugs were involved. Doe says these accusations are completely made up and that Busby is running a scam, just like he allegedly did with NFL star Deshaun Watson and others. Now, we talked about that, y'all? Busby, known for his controversial tactics, was even featured in TMZ doc about Diddy alleged misconduct, where he was asked about whether he uses embarrassing claims to influence settlements. Busby said that is the game. Doe said Busby gave him a deadline to agree to mediation or face a lawsuit. Now Doe is suing Busby for extortion and emotional distress, saying this whole thing is just a dirty money grab. Come on, y'all. We've been saying that the whole fucking time. We've been saying that the whole time. I don't know how many other lawsuits are saying that. I mean, I don't know how many other YouTube pages is saying that. But I know, yo, we have been saying that the whole time. Yo, they is playing a dirty, dirty game with Diddy. Now you got, if y'all ain't see that video I just dropped before I went live, Diddy legal team is fighting back. Diddy's cell was raided, right? They took private information that was detrimental to the case, and gave the information to the prosecutor. They gave it to the fucking prosecutors. Like, yo, I told y'all, yo, when they don't have a case, they get dirty. I told y'all about the time with a homicide tried to set me up with the rat, try to get me talking about my case. Like, yo, when they don't have a case, yo, they will resort to dirty tactics. They'll do anything. I wouldn't put nothing past them. That's why I always look at the system the way I look at it, because I know how they play. The state play dirty. The feds play even dirtier. Yo, it is a dirty game when you dealing with them people. That's why it's best not even deal with them. Stay the fuck out them people way. Do whatever you gotta do, but stay out them motherfuckers way, yo. Because once you get on their radar, anything goes. And the same laws that they uphold, they break. The same laws that they was sworn to uphold are the same laws that they break daily, man. Daily. And there's nobody you can go to damn near. If you want to seek any retribution, that shit might take years and a whole lot of money. A whole lot of fucking money. Playing with the motherfuckers, man. What else? Oh. So y'all remember the other day, yo, we talked about Beyoncé getting $10 million from the Democratic Party. Now, yo, a lot of news sources reported this, you know, like Fox News and other news sources that can get in trouble for lying. But Beyonce's mother decides to go at Candace Owens. And this is what she said. So this has been flagged on Instagram as fake news and taken down. It's called false information. Sadly, other platforms with lack of integrity still have it up. The lies that Beyonce was paid $10 million to speak at a rally in Houston for Vice President Kamala Harris, when in fact Beyonce did not receive a penny for speaking at a presidential candidate. Why she put A? Well, let me just go back. Receive a penny for speaking at presidential candidate Vice President Kamala Harris rally in Houston. In fact, she actually paid for her own flights for her and her team in total glam. They're not only lying and disrespecting Beyonce's name, but they are trying to further discredit the power of our vice president. When does the lies and rumors stop? Of course, you won't see this in the news. Yo, I know they ain't trying to act like they don't got influence over the news. So Candace Owens replied to this. The fuck you go. All right, here we go. This is what Candace Owens had to say.
Changing social economy in the world, where what has always worked for them in the past is no longer interesting to the public. This is an economy where authenticity pays. And Beyonce does not remember what it means to be authentic anymore, because she's been playing the role of a queen for so long, and she's grown so accustomed to simply visiting the Commonwealth every 4 years. She comes out. Nobody knows where she is first, and she comes out, and she reminds us all who we should be voting for. Ah, yes, Hillary Clinton. Please, I'm here, Commonwealth. You people, remember, I am your queen, her and Jay-Z. Oh, yes, please vote for Kamala. As a mother, I'm telling you to do this. Like I said, 10 years ago, Beyonce and Jay-Z telling us who to vote for, that would have mattered, but it just doesn't anymore. Actually, it's annoying. People find it to be somewhat annoying. Beyonce, listen to me, girlfriend, because I know you're watching. You don't got a text from your mommy's burner account on Instagram. You're annoying now. It's just tired. Okay, you got to switch it up. It's a changing social economy.
People don't like that shit no more.
Seem like a person. Pretend you care about the Commonwealth. Maybe every 2 years, come out, do a podcast, pretend to be a human being. Of course, they don't support Donald Trump. No, they must be more enamored by her husband, Jay-Z, the Thug Life. Maybe that's the music he should be walking out to. That is, I believe, what Beyonce and her mommy think. That is why they're frustrated with people like me who don't respect that anymore. There's nothing that you do that I respect. And I don't dislike you. I want to be very clear. I don't find Beyonce to be someone that is bothersome in any way. But I'd like some answers. I think the public, if you want to start with being authentic, maybe give us some answers about Diddy's parties. Your husband's been close with him. You think we're just going to pass all by that and you're going to, flip your hair and talk about another one of his affairs and people are going to lose interest in it because your mommy is tweeting and calling things fake news that haven't even been confirmed to be fake news? I would really caution you to see which way the wind is blowing, girlfriend, because it is not in your favor. And that's all I'm going to say. Seem like a person. Pretend you care.
Hey, Doug Riviere, what you on a fake page, y'all? Tell your man Mryon come over here and defend himself, man. How about you do that? Tell your man Mryon to come over here and defend himself. I know that's what you're here for. What's up, Bob? Kiko, what it is? Let me show y'all these little motherfuckers. Yo, these little kids in Chicago is out of control, yo. Look at this shit, yo. Look at this shit. It's like, yo.
Oh, and that's how we hit y'all block. On Miles, you come outside in that ass. Hey, how y'all coming?
Look at these little kids, man.
On Miles, you come out, this how we hit y'all shit. This how y'all supposed to hit our shit, you know? One of these little old crib. On Miles, come outside, get your ass dropped. Shoot out the window, get your ass dropped. At it. Back at it. And we ain't on phone them, Preston. We ain't on phone them, Preston. Hey, look, we just gonna terrorize the whole.
Yo, chasing clout is a dangerous drug, y'all. It is a dangerous, dangerous drug, man.
Whole city. We making our way around. We making our way around. Fuck your ring camera too. Fuck your ring camera too. That big hog know what we do. We on Preston. Fuck all and that's how we hit y'all.
Look at this shit. Oh, I ain't done. They're gonna find themselves dead or in prison real soon. Thinking shit is a game.
You from my block? You sure? I'm positive. What you got on you? Huh?
Look, bothering people for no fucking reason. Now, what if he decided to come back and take one of their heads off? Then their mothers would be all sad and hurt and crying. and putting up GoFundMe's because they ain't got no money. They ain't got no money to bury him. Like, yo, these kids better tighten up.
Come here. Hey, check it out. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, come back right here. That's how we hit y'all block on Miles. You come outside in that ass, baby.
It's all clout chasing. All clout chasing. You know why? Because you know why they do that? Because DJ U will give him an interview. That's the shit I be talking about. They do that because DJ U will give him an interview. Adam 22 will give him an interview. On the Couch TV, or go to their hood, give them a hood vlog. That's why, yo, I be against that shit, yo, that them boys are doing, yo, because that, by them doing what they doing, it helps further what they doing. You understand what I'm saying? They all working together. If you alleviate or X out those platforms, the shit that they doing goes nowhere. It goes nowhere, which means they have less incentive to do it, which means over time it stops. It ain't gonna stop in a day, but over time that stops. Because that's the only reason they do it. Why else are they doing this? Why else are they doing it? There's no other reason that they are doing what they're doing other than to get attention because they know somebody like DJ U will give them an interview. Man, what that was about, man? Why was y'all on this block? Oh, now, you understand what I'm saying? It creates a whole storyline, which ultimately ends up with a few of them dying, a few more going to prison, and vice versa for the other side. Vice versa for the other side. But they don't give a fuck. They chasing views. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if they all died. Shit disgusting. Shit disgusting. And like, yo, where the fuck is their parents? The fuck? How the fuck the whole world see you motherfuckers? See your kids doing shit like this and you don't. How the fuck does that happen? The whole world see it, but the parents just magically don't. Most dangerous hood in Chicago. Look at this shit. 45 killed in one neighborhood. 35, 30, 29, 24. Can y'all see this? South Lawndale, 20. Inglewood, 18. East Garfield, 16. 16. West Inglewood, 15. Shit is fucking sickening, man. These are real people. Like, that's the thing, yo. People look at these as numbers. These are real people. Every single one of these, probably almost every single one of these people had families. This 45 families, 35 families, 30 families. Like, yo, niggas gotta tighten up, yo. But what I be trying to explain to people, yo, what I be trying to explain, they ain't all black. Mike, they's not all black. White kids doing it too. I just show a whole situation with a girl that got kidnapped. She ain't get kidnapped by no motherfucking black people. White people kidnapped that. Somebody, well, I don't know if they was white, but they look white in the video. What else is that? I just showed y'all this video. Same black people. Look, these aren't black people. These are all white people. Everybody in that motherfucker white. This girl was missing. Right here. Look. All them people, they ain't no black people right there. It's a whole bunch of things need to be done. I talked about it on previous videos. I ain't ready to dig deep in that on this video. A lot can be done, man. Look at this. Look at this. What's going on? Mississippi. Jackson Mayor, Mississippi, Drizzy, indicted in FBI federal sting after developers turn out to be undercover agents. Y'all want to look into this. Jackson, Mississippi mayor arrested. I'm gonna look into this. It's been happening. So the feds set up a sting. The feds set them up. They did the same thing to the DC, to the councilman in DC. Starting to see a pattern.
The city of Jackson is reeling over learning more city officials are facing criminal indictments. 3 top-ranking officials were indicted in the Jackson federal bribery scandal.
Seems like they're coming after black men, y'all. Look. They did the same thing to a councilman in DC. Same thing. Set him up with an agent. Yo, this is the thing, bro. This is the thing, y'all. All of them do this. All of them take bribes. All of them, but it's like they only target a few. And it started saying like they just picking the black ones out and hitting them with these federal charges where they all fucking do it. They had to learn it from some motherfucking way. They didn't just wake up in the day and say, you know what, I'm gonna take a bribe. No, man, that's code of conduct. That's how they operate. So why is it that they just keep picking out the black man? Keep picking out the black people, charging them. That's why I don't be respecting the system like that, yo, because it's fugazi.
This is Cameron Smith joins us now live from the federal courthouse in Cameron. How many charges are they facing?
I didn't know that.
Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba is indicted on 5 felony counts. District Attorney Jody Owens is indicted on 8 counts. And Ward 6 Jackson City Councilman Aaron Banks is indicted on 2 counts. They all pled not guilty this afternoon. Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba, District Attorney Jody Owens, and Jackson City Councilman Aaron Banks all stood before Magistrate Judge Lakeisha Greer with their attorneys alongside them. Councilman Banks' charges include bribery, wire fraud, and money laundering. If convicted, he could face a maximum of 15 years in prison. Mayor Lumumba's charges include bribery, wire fraud, money laundering, as well as other charges. If convicted, he could face a maximum sentence of 75 years.
Damn.
As I indicated in my statement that went out, as I indicated in this courtroom today,
They all steal, Texas.
I am not guilty.
Repo. They all
so
steal.
I will not proceed as a guilty
They
man.
all steal.
I will continue to handle.
I just showed y'all yesterday. They did an audit of the Pentagon, and they can't find 3.2 billion missing. They don't know where $3.2 billion went at. 3.2 billion is unaccounted for. They all steal. Don't just pick and choose who you want to arrest. That's not justice, man. That's not justice if you're doing it that way.
The business of the city of Jackson, while my attorneys continue to handle the business of this court proceeding.
District Attorney Jody Owens faces bribery, wire fraud, money laundering, lying to federal officials, and other charges. If convicted, he could face a maximum sentence of 95 years.
Damn.
Not guilty today, and we think the truth has to come out. That cherry-pick statements of drunken locker room.
Yeah, that's what it looked like playing Detroit.
And we plan on fighting these charges, but right now, I'm going to get back to protecting Hines County and being your district attorney that you elect us to be.
Jackson's Ward 3 Councilman Kenneth Stokes addressed the bribery scandal this evening. His message to the officials is to remember their families because some have small children.
Once they get time, they won't see or hear them anymore in their life. Consider your families.
This all comes after former Ward 2 Councilwoman Angelique Lee pled guilty in August.
They locked up too?
Bribes in exchange for her vote in a real estate development project in Jackson.
Businessman
Sharik Marbe Smith also pled guilty.
Yo. Fuck out of here, yo. Man, fuck no, man. This ain't no motherfucking nah, yo. This is too ironic. Come on now, yo. They ain't doing that shit in North Dakota or Utah and none of them other motherfucking cities or states. Yo, they just doing so. What you mean to tell me is that there's just black council members doing this shit? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Fuck out of here. Ain't no way.
To charges in October. Lumumba, Banks, and Owens were
And they all
given
being
an
set up.
unsecured $10,000 bond and will be back in court January 6th, 2025. Reporting live in Jackson, Cameron Smith, 12 News.
Well, Cameron, thank you. Well, the Jackson bribery scheme started according to court documents in December of 2023. According to the indictment, it all started in December of 2023 when Hinds County DA Jody Owens accepted approximately $125,000 in cash from developers to facilitate the bribery scheme. Then in January 2024, Owens and Jackson City Councilman Aaron Banks determined the price for Banks' support of and vote for the developer's proposed project would be $50,000. In February of 2024, the indictment states that Owens offered and Banks accepted $10,000 from the developers in exchange for Banks' future vote in support of the project. That same month, Owens is accused of paying $10,000 of former Jackson Councilwoman Angelique Lee's campaign debt with funds from the developers in exchange for Lee's future vote. Then between March 24th and April 1st of this year, the indictment states that Owens converted $50,000 in cash he received from the developers for Mayor Lumumba's...
Whenever you got a person in charge of money or anything, people gonna abuse it. Like, you can't... the oversight shouldn't be the federal government. Like, they should have somebody in office that oversees them. And then the federal government oversees them. Like, judges, police, all of these people, have little oversight. And whenever you give somebody too much power, they're going to abuse it. If you got one person in charge of money going to get stolen. Like, it's common fucking sense. And this is happening everywhere. But it looked like they just picking out black people. They just picking out, and I don't know, it ain't no just Democrat. All I'm doing, they just picking out black people. I agree.
Bribe payment into 5 $10,000 campaign contribution checks from third parties, including Sharik Marvay Smith. And to read the full indictment, go to our website. It's WJTV.com. Governor Reeves made a statement on the ongoing bribery scandal. Here's what he had to say.
Well, obviously, the charges are very...
He ain't stole nothing. So everybody under him and around him stole. And he ain't steal shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
It is early in the process.
He probably the one stealing the most.
It's an ongoing criminal matter. I don't believe I should make any other comments.
Yeah, because he stole too.
As Governor Reeves said, the investigation is ongoing.
Some Jackson citizens voiced their concerns about the recent bribery scandal indictments. Hinds County District Attorney Jody Owens and Jackson's Ward 6 City Councilman Aaron Banks are the fourth and fifth elected leaders involved in this Jackson bribery case. Local residents say they are disheartened by the recent news, and they hope the city can move forward in a more positive light.
Okay, it's time. It's time for those of us who decide to make choices, inappropriate choices that affect the city, that affects the community. So the sooner we address it, the sooner we can start to heal, the sooner we can get on to building tomorrow. We all make mistakes, we all fall down, so I'm prayerful that the mayor or whoever's involved will see maybe some of the choices that they made were inappropriate, but all this talking in the streets, it's time for it to be over.
Change is to come, baby. Kenneth Stokes been telling us, we just hadn't been listening. It's long overdue, long overdue.
It's a negative effect on how we trust our leaders. And I know the indictment don't really mean that he's guilty until proven. But then
they set him up.
Just to hear these kind of things.
And that's the thing. See this, and this is what I learned too, y'all. The federal, see that's the thing about the feds. They do whatever the fuck they want. There's no the entrapment and federal law on entrapment is different than state law on entrapment. So if they suspect you moving out of line, the feds can send somebody your way that's working for the federal government, could be a federal officer, and they can entice you to do whatever it is they're trying to get you to do. And if you bite, they arrest you. And it's not entrapment. It's not entrapment. Because what I learned, and I learned this from doing the DC guy, the DC council member, the fuck is he? A congressman, whatever he is in DC. But I learned this from looking into his case, where the feds can do that. They can send somebody away only if there's some type of history, or I don't want to get it wrong. Let me look it up. Cause I don't want to give y'all bad information. Entrapment is a complete defense to a criminal charge. On the third, that the government agents may not originate a criminal design, which means what I was saying earlier. If they suspect you already doing it, then they can send somebody your way. But how do they build this? How do they build this? I can't think of the fucking word. I can't never remember words on live, yo. That shit be killing me. Assumption. You know, how do they come to this assumption that this person might be dirty? Implant in an innocent person's mind the position to commit a criminal act, and then induce commission of the crime so that the government may prosecute. A valid entrapment defense has two related elements. The government inducement of the crime, and two, the defendant's lack of predisposition to engage in criminal conduct. Basically what I was saying. If they think you already engaged in criminal conduct, they can send somebody at you. But I don't understand, how do they build this? You know, how do they come to this conclusion? You know? Of the two elements, predisposition is by far the more important. Inducement is the threshold issue in the entrapment defense. Mere solicitation to commit a crime is not inducement. Nor does the government use of the article stratagem, pretense, or deceit, establishment, induce. Rather, inducement requires a showing of at least persuasion or mild coercion, or extraordinary promises of the sort that will blind the ordinary person to his legal duties. Even if inducement has been shown, a finding of predisposition is fatal to an entrapment defense. See, it's so bad, yo, that they had to write law about entrapment defenses because the feds can entrap you. They can do it. The predisposition inquiry is focused on whether the defendant was unaware, innocent, or instead an unwary criminal who readily availed himself of the opportunity to perpetuate the crime. Thus, predisposition should not be confused with intent or mens whatever. A person may have the requisite intent to commit the crime, yet be entrapped. You hear that? A person may have the requisite intent to commit the crime, yet be entrapped. Also, predisposition may exist even in the absence of prior criminal involvement. The ready commission of the crime, the criminal act, such as where a defendant promptly accepts an undercover agent's offer of an opportunity to buy or sell drugs, may in itself may establish predisposition. This is dirty, man. Shit dirty. That's how they operate. That's how they operate. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same. So these motherfuckers dirty, y'all. It's a dirty system. Yo, but I didn't know that at first until I covered that DC case. I'm like, damn, they can send somebody at you and actually come at you with a deal, and that shit don't be entrapment. Like, yo, what the fuck? So basically, they can just pick out whoever they want. We're gonna go after him. You feel me? If they suspect that you already doing something dirty, like I don't know how they come to this expectation. You know, they don't define how they even get to that point. But if they expect you to be dirty, they can send somebody your way. This person can then offer to, you know, break the law. And if you concede, lock you up, robbery, all these tax invasion, and all these other motherfucking charges, and the whole time they set you up. Yo, that's crazy, y'all. The feds play a dirty game, y'all. But NBA Youngboy seems like he don't ever get caught in a dirty game. Youngboy never gets caught in a dirty game, y'all. Like, I don't be understanding him, man.
Happening in court.
Yes.
So y'all saying today it's been going viral that Youngboy copped out to 27 months. I think we covered this probably about 2 weeks ago? How long ago was that, y'all, when I told y'all Youngboy was ready to cop out? And he getting this wild ass deal. NBA Youngboy. No, that's not it. How long ago was that? Like, it'd be crazy. They be thinking they be getting breaking news. I think it's this video. 13 days ago. We already covered this. 13 days ago. But now I guess the world found out that Youngboy took the 27-month plea. But Youngboy always gets a break by the system. And remember, DJ Academics was talking about this the other day. And I was telling y'all that Youngboy whole case is over. His Utah case is over. His Fed case is over. Youngboy got all his cases consolidated. Even a state case. Like, I don't even know. I never heard no shit like this before. Youngboy copped out to 27 months, and he don't have nothing else to worry about. His Utah case is done. State case, Fed case, Baton Rouge case is done. Youngboy got caught with 4 fucking firearms. 4. Y'all remember we covered it. He got caught with 4 firearms and copped out to 27 months. Now, he didn't get no time served for all the time he spent on the box. But still, 27 months, 2 years and 3 months. That's insane.
Accept this plea bargain.
No. Yes.
Mr. Golden, are you under the influence?
There's been a plea entered in federal court. The state dismissed their charge.
Look.
Very good. Thank you. All right.
He got to be, G-Man. He got to be, yo.
Speak to your attorneys about this decision to enter into this plea bargain.
Yes.
Have they gone?
Yeah, that case all done. The prescription, all his cases is done. Youngboy is done. He got 27 months. Them Utah cases is finished with.
Be waiving by accepting this plea bargain and entering no contest pleas.
Yo, something ain't right on murder
Today and having this case.
Cause this the thing, y'all.
Yes.
This the thing, y'all. Money, that's it. Yo, money only take you but so far, y'all. Like, yo, you're not gonna keep getting in trouble. Keep catching cases. Keep catching cases. Yo, money is only gonna take you but so far, y'all. Money might get you out of 3 cases, maybe 2 cases. Yo, but Youngboy got caught with 4 pistols. 4. He got locked up in Baton Rouge. Then he got locked up in California with another pistol. He beat that case. Then when they raided his house in Utah, he got locked up with 2 more pistols. He was already on probation for a pistol case or attempt murder case in Baton Rouge. Like, yo, nah, man. Nah, I don't get yo. Money Money don't work that. Nah, because it gets to a point, yo, where the justice, like, it gets to a point, yo, where the judge has to make an example. They got to make an example. Because you're making a mockery out of the criminal justice system. But it's saying, like, every time he gets in trouble, he always get the most compassionate judge ever. Listen to this judge.
Do you understand that a no
Because something ain't right, A1.
has the same effect as a
No, he might not be working, but something ain't right.
The court will sentence someone
It ain't normal
on a no contest plea the same as it would a guilty plea. Although you would still be maintaining your innocence, you would acknowledge that the government has sufficient evidence to meet each and every element of the charges that you would be pleading no contest to.
Yes.
Mr. Golden, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol today?
No.
Yeah, but that ain't had nothing to do with the Baton Rouge case, Pryor.
No.
Are you thinking clearly today and understanding everything that's happening in court?
Yes.
Has anybody?
Yo, where the fuck is his family? Like, he don't have no family there. Like, yo, what is this, y'all? Look at this. Yo, how Youngboy don't have no family in court? How, yo? Can somebody please explain that to me? Youngboy has no family in court. It's not a black person sitting in the motherfucker in none of them chairs. That's not strange to nobody. Is this not strange to anybody? There's not one black person sitting in any of these chairs. I'm had to get the paperwork lady to look into it. I guess not. I guess y'all don't think that's strange. I think that's fucking very strange. Oh, all right. I'm about to say, I think that's very strange. He's the breadwinner of the family, and nobody comes to support. Nobody comes to support the breadwinner. Not a mother, not a cousin, not a brother. He got hella brothers. Not a friend. Shit, that ain't no normal. Mr. Mosher, shit, my people's coming to support. You gotta come to support because it looks good. It looks good for the judge. It looks good when a judge sees support. You know, that's the least you can do. It looks good, yo, when he say, all right, this person do have a family. Because a lot of people do come with no family. And it just make it like, well, fuck it, the younger fuck, what happens to him? But when you got support, yo, it does make a difference. You know, at least, even if it don't make a difference, at least the visual of it looks better. Like, he don't have not one person in there. And that's some of the white people with him. I don't know, A1. A1, you sound like you a Youngboy fan, yo. That's wild to me. Yeah, I get that though, yo. I understand that, PNR. I get all of that. Yo, but you're not gonna keep getting out. You're not gonna keep getting out, yo. You're not gonna keep time and time after again, yo, NBA Youngboy gets all the breaks. But that's why I be extra hard on the rappers, yo. And like I said the other day when I was talking about him, I think. I be hard on the rappers because the kids that's following behind them ain't gonna get these breaks. They're not the little kids that want to be just like NBA Youngboy, that's gonna find themselves in the same trouble that NBA Youngboy found himself in, ain't gonna get these breaks. They ain't. They're gonna get sent over.
You to get you to accept this plea bargain.
No.
Are you pleading no contest today because
I want to talk about you,
the government does have sufficient evidence to be able to prove?
Mr. Marsh.
I'm Noel Honig, and I'm a director and a designer. If I'm working with type in Photoshop,
each of these each of the 10 charges that you would be entering a no contest plea to today.
That's what they said.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
That would.
Are you acknowledging that even though you're maintaining your innocence, that the government would still be able to prove these charges in court potentially, and so you believe it's in your best interest to accept a plea bargain?
No.
In order for me to accept your no contest plea, I just need to better understand and make sure that you are
I ain't
acknowledging
gonna lie, I can't believe he ain't
that
got no family
the
there.
global resolution
That's
of
strange
these
to me.
cases is in your best interest, and that there is some basis for you to be accepting the plea bargain. There is some evidence that you believe would justify you accepting the plea bargain. Are you able to acknowledge that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Has he been able to sign that statement of defendant supporting his no contest plea?
Your Honor, I did not know the court's policy. I'm going to have him sign this before Your Honor.
Very good.
If I could approach.
Just hand that to the bailiff, please. Thank you. Mr. Golden, I just want to make sure that you have reviewed. And
Yeah, that's what
read
I'm
this
saying,
entire
Mr. Moss. It don't
document,
make
which
sense, man.
Which is entitled "Statement of Defendant Supporting Your Plea and Certification."
It could be something like that.
Have
A1.
you read this document?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about the rights you would be waiving by accepting the plea bargain?
No.
Okay. Let's have a factual basis to support the 10 charges.
Like, go pick your head up, shorty. You look like you look like you're in that bitch broken. The fuck is your head down for? Like, yo, that's, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why you need fucking family there. Like, yo, I'd have been like, yo, pick your fucking head up, bro. They're sitting there like, yo, pick your head up. Have some pride, man. It ain't just pride. Have some self-dignity. Like, yo, sitting there, bitch, with his head down. Like he bowing to his master or something. Like, yo, stand on it. You knew what you was doing. You committed these crimes. Stand on it. Look at the judge in his motherfucking face. Most judges won't even allow you to sit like that. Look at the judge. Give him some eye contact. He's sitting there like he's like a fucking a puppy that just chewed up your couch and shit.
The defendant is ultimately criminally responsible, particularly under Utah Code 76-202, for a large-scale prescription drug fraud ring that has been known to have acquired various prescription medications, specifically promethazine with codeine, which is a cough suppressant that's heavily abused Schedule 5 controlled substance in the state of Utah. And those were secured from multiple pharmacies in Cache County, as well as other pharmacies in northern Utah. Mr. Golden had acted with others in this criminal activity, particularly where there were 2 co-defendants, which were recently had their cases resolved before this court. And those co-defendants were intercepted as they were trying to pick up the fraudulent.
Yo, we gotta find out. We gotta look into them co-defendants. See, but this is the thing, right? I didn't have no beef with the Utah case. The Utah case was fugazi. The Utah case was fugazi because he wasn't selling none of them drugs, none of that codeine. That was all for personal use. So I'm for him getting a break in that. But he also got caught with a firearm in a Utah's case. And the feds picked up that case. So now you got the federal case in Baton Rouge, the federal case in Utah, and they consolidated both these cases and gave him 27 months. 27 months, man. That's my issue. That's my issue with the Youngboy situation.
Prescription at Larry's Pharmacy in Smithfield here in Cache County.
And he convicted felon.
Those 2 individuals were using Mr. Golden's vehicle to make the pickup, and they were detained by law enforcement. And
affirmative, who's stealing? I'm sure they is stealing. They always
pretending to be an elderly woman to whom the fraudulent prescription belonged. The prescription was listed to be for a Gwendolyn Cox, but this elderly woman, who was clearly someone pretending to be an elderly woman, said her name was Gwendolyn White and couldn't provide a birth year. This is important because fraudulent names such as Beatrice White, Bethel White, Carolyn White, Harriet White, Anna White, and Gwendolyn White were all being used through this scheme. There were two other pharmacists here in Cache County that immediately recognized
he
this.
Still got his head down.
Elderly woman's voice
Joe
from that
still
phone call
got his head
as the
down.
same person who had called into their pharmacies checking in on a prescription under some of those
Joe, what the fuck wrong with Joe, man?
promethazine with codeine. And all of these prescriptions had been called in by someone portraying themselves to be a Dr. James Woodmansey, who is a legitimate doctor in the Provo, Utah area, but he was contacted by law enforcement and by several of these other.
A bully. In these two cases, bully, he got caught with 4 firearms. He got caught with 2 firearms in Baton Rouge, and he got caught with 2 firearms in the Utah case. Got caught with 4 fucking firearms. We read it in the paperwork. Do I still got your paperwork? I'm sure I still got it. We read it in the paperwork. Y'all remember we covered this. The world just catching on, but we been covered this. Let me find it. Yeah, we been covered this. You know my paperwork lady on top of the game. The best that ever did it. Hold on. No, she the best that ever did it. Youngboy lawsuit. Is this it? Let me see if this is it right here. No, this is a lawsuit. Oh, no, that's that other paperwork. No, I don't want to read that. We already read that. I don't want that. Lil Durk. Keyron Grant. Abercrombie. Diddy. Oh, I'm trying to find Youngboy paperwork. Shayna Weekly. It wasn't that long ago. I know she sent me that fucking paperwork, y'all. Hold up. Oh, cause we covered it. T.I. Diddy. Here you go. Here you go, right here. NBA Youngboy pleaded. How much? Is this a lot of paperwork? Oh, hold up. Fuck. Look, here you go, right here. Defendant herein, knowing he had previously been convicted of a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year, knowingly possessed a firearm with a Sig Sauer P3 65 9mm semi-automatic pistol, and the firearm was in affecting commerce and all in violation of the U.S. Code. The fuck, this ain't the damn paperwork. God damn it, ain't the fucking paperwork. Remember, we read a whole bunch of paperwork that day. Huh? Send a guilty plea. I'm saying, should I just open? Here it is, right here. Here was Youngboy paperwork right here. As part of this agreement with the United States of America, I intend to plead guilty to count 1 of the indictment in case number blank and count 1 of the amended felony information in case number blank, whatever. My attorney have examined the nature of the charges against me, and I have had the opportunity to discuss the nature of the charges with my attorney. I understand the charges and what the United States is required to prove in order to convict me. Look. Let me get to the part where it say they consolidated all the cases. They consolidated all the cases. Now I read all of this in that video that I did. I think I read every single paperwork I just hit. Look, 2 firearms. A Masterpiece Arms MP 9mm firearm and a Sig Sauer 9mm semi-automatic pistol. He got caught with 2 firearms in this case. This the Utah case. I mean, it's the Baton Rouge case. But they consolidated all the cases. Look. 60 months probation consecutive to 27 months imprisonment. Yeah, we already read all of this. Everybody else, they just late. But no credit to time served. All right, I'm gonna read this part. On or about September 28, 2020, in the Middle District of Louisiana, I knowingly possessed firearms. More specifically, on that date, I was filming a music video in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I admit I knowingly possessed 2 firearms during the filming: a Glock 21, a 45 caliber pistol, and a Masterpiece Arms 9mm. On or about April 16th, 2024, in the District of Utah, I knowingly possessed firearms. More specifically, on that date, a search warrant was served at my residence in Hyattsville, Utah. A Sig Sauer was found, 9mm pistol, located in master bedroom. I admit I knowingly possessed the firearm. Look at this shit, y'all. Like, how do you get that? I also admit that prior to September 20, 2020, continuing through at least April 16, 2024, I knew I had been convicted of a crime punishable for a term exceeding 1 year. I knowingly acknowledged the Glock 21, 45 caliber pistol, Masterpiece Arms pistol, 9mm pistol, Sig Sauer 9mm pistol were in affecting commerce. Got caught with 4 pistols, man. 4 of them. 4. Come on, man. Come on now. Wow, he's a convicted felon. God damn it.
Prescription outlets, and he had verified that these were all fraudulent prescriptions that he had not authorized. Ultimately, Mr. Galden ended up in contact with the detective investigating this case when he was trying to get his vehicle out of an impound after it was taken from the Larry's Pharmacy incident. During that phone call, Mr. Galden had engaged in a conversation with a third person and had asked him about the prescription they picked up. At that time, it became clear that Mr. Galden had some involvement beyond simply lending his vehicle to be used, where he had some knowledge of the fraudulent prescription being retrieved.
I never heard that, Mark.
In addition, there was one prescription called in for Control Galden, but the date of birth for that prescription was in 1953, which was clearly false date of birth and is consistent with some of those date of births used with the false elderly women names.
Please let me join your guild. I want to be a part of a team.
He pled guilty to having 2. He pled guilty to having 2 straps in Baton Rouge and having 2 straps in Utah. What the fuck? I want to get to what the judge told him. Because he always seemed to have a favorable judge. He had a favorable judge in the Baton Rouge case, the first one.
All right, thank you, Mr. Keller. That is a sufficient factual basis to support each of these 10 charges. Mr. Golden, to the charge of identity fraud, a third-degree felony.
Yeah, I don't know, yo. That was strange to me, Billy.
How do you plead to both of those charges? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
To the charge of forgery, a third-degree felony, 2 separate counts, both of those being third-degree
Yo, why
felonies.
is his head down, though, y'all? Like, yo, that guy, yo, like, yo, come on, yo, that, see, I can't even get my words out. Why is his head down? His neck gotta hurt. It's like they told him to do that shit. Look, you go up there, you put your head down, you talk to this judge. You put your head down, you talk. When you get to court, you go to that bitch with your head down. Like, his neck gotta hurt, y'all. It gotta hurt. We talking about 23 minutes with your head down. And his neck ain't bothering him. I don't know. Maybe since he's 20-something. Maybe, I don't know. I know at 39, my neck would be killing me.
To those 2 charges.
No contest.
To the charge of pharmacy fraud, a Class A misdemeanor, 6 separate counts. How do you plead to each 6 of those charges?
I don't know, T-Row.
The court finds that you have knowingly and voluntarily entered your no contest pleas.
Something ain't right, though.
Signed the statement of defendant and will now enter that into the record. You have the right to be sentenced in not less than 2 days and not more than 45 days. It's my understanding that you would like to waive time for sentencing and be sentenced today. Is that correct, Mr. Golden?
Yes.
Okay. Let's hear first today from Mr. Williams or any of his other attorneys. I think I understand, based on the negotiated settlement, that the attorneys with the state and with Mr. Golden agreed to ordering that he pay a fine in the amount of $25,000.
Correct.
And that once that's been paid, which you do have a cashier's check, that
this was a misdemeanor. I missed that part.
4 felony charges pursuant to 76-3-402 down to 4 Class A misdemeanors, and that then the court should just close his case.
That's correct, Your Honor. And unless the
Look
court
at
has
that
any
shit.
questions of me, I'm happy
Oh,
to
and one of the cases, I forgot. One of the because he got 2 cases in Utah in 2 different counties. I think in one of them counties he got paid $250,000. Y'all go back to that live. I read all that paperwork in that live. If y'all want to know, I ain't doing it again in this video.
Comfortable with that. I am comfortable with that. I don't have any questions, but I will give you a chance if you'd like to state anything further for the record.
Your Honor, just procedurally, I understand
It's
that it
even
does
down the
take
whole
time
time,
for minute
Troy.
entries to be updated. I, as I indicated, have a cashier's check in
Charlie
the amount of $25,000. In fact, Mr. Keller has been kind enough it was mailed to his office, hold that for a couple of weeks for us. I'm asking the court to enter that order, reducing those now and closing
Jason,
the
yo.
case.
But you supposed to, you don't catch your time with your head down. At some point, you gotta stand on your decision making. I bet whenever Durk go through whatever he go through, I bet Durk be up that bitch with his head. Yo, you gotta stand up there with your head held high, man. You knew what you was doing. Take accountability. This is time to take accountability. You can't take accountability like this with your head down. You can't take accountability that way. Can't take accountability that way. That Durk, we ready to move to Durk after this. Because Law and Crime, I got an issue with Law and Crime Network.
Anticipating that I can give this to some court staff.
Right, see, it went down when he was doing it, right, Nick?
We're treating it as
See,
if
it was
it's
held
been
high
paid.
then.
I'm holding it now. I just don't know who to give it to.
Okay. Angie, how long does that take? All right, well, after we're done with the sentencing here today, you can just go down to the front counter and pay that fine.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything further that his counsel online need to put on the record? I think I understand the global resolution, but if you'd like to put anything further on the record, you can do so now.
No, Your Honor.
Anything from the state, Mr. Keller?
State will submit based on that stipulated agreement. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Golden, the court is going to impose a fine in the amount of $25,000 in order you to pay that today. It does appear that you do have a cashier's check in that amount now. And so based upon the stipulation between the state of Utah and Mr. Golden, the court will reduce his 4 felony counts on the identity fraud and the forgery down 1 step to Class A misdemeanors pursuant to Utah Code 76-3-402. And your case will close. Now, the reason that the court is
yeah, for real. That's where I'm at with it, Bang.
Sentence you to just define and
My
then
man
close the
Bang.
case,
My
Mr.
man
Golden,
Bang said he talked too much gangster shit for his head to be down. Straight up, he do, y'all. He do.
is because it's been represented to me that there is a global resolution between federal prosecutors and state prosecutors whereby you will be serving a substantial amount of time in federal prison, apparently 27 months, and after which 60 months of supervised probation, where you'll be monitored to make sure that you're doing well in your active recovery and that you are staying out of trouble and not having any dangerous weapons, including firearms, in your possession. Mr. Golden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you, Mr. Golden.
I'm the same way, Bang.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have, if I could excuse.
Honeybook keeps your proposals,
I'm the same
contracts,
way.
invoices, and payments all in.
That's why I listen to Baltimore rappers. At least I know their resume. Yeah, man. I know who living like that and who ain't. Or who have lived like that and who never have. Like, I get all for his active recovery, yo, but that Baton Rouge case ain't have shit to do with no recovery. You feel me? That Baton Rouge case is way before he fell this deep into motherfucking opioid use and shit like that. But to get caught with 4 firearms and not face substantial years in prison is wild. Especially when all the young guys that followed behind him, they probably got life right now. Right now. It's an NBA Youngboy fan listening to that boy in the headphones with life in prison. But Youngboy get 27 months. Fuck out of here. Yeah, but I got an issue with these people. Yo, Long Crime Network. I've been telling y'all for a couple of days now. Long Crime Network is a blog site. This is not a reputable news source. How long they been around? Let me see something. Where's their about page at? Where's their about page? Shit, I fucked that up. It sounds created in 2015. Oldest. When they start covering black people's situations. When Young Crime Network just started covering, it's like they transitioned this page. Now they cover hip hop. They never covered hip hop before. Never covered hip hop. They've been around for 9 years. Now they covering hip hop community, hip hop culture. And they be dead wrong. Don't know what the fuck they be talking about. Putting a lot of shit in the game. And YouTube, they must got some type of deal with YouTube because YouTube recommends them. You type in anything about a criminal case, Long Crime Network is at the top of the fucking algorithm. At the fucking top. And they don't even know what the fuck they be talking about. It's like, yo, they using Long Crime Network in order to pay content creators less. Yeah, they suspect, bro. It's like they're using to pay content creators less. Look at this shit. They ain't never covered hip hop. I ain't going all the way down there. I think it's obvious. I was trying to see when they switched. I'm probably better off doing it this way for real. I see their popular videos. All their popular videos within the last 2 years. That must be when they cut the deal with YouTube. Look, now you see Diddy, Kanye West, all these people of the hip hop community that they ain't never gave a fuck about before. Durk, Diddy, they never cared about this before. It's a blog site. And now that's all they cover. They cover more Diddy and Durk and YNW Melly and Julio Fulio than any motherfucking body. YSL. But you can tell that's where their numbers are coming from. But anyway, they got a lot of videos. It's going to be hard to narrow it down. But they got video uploaded talking about Durk. And the information that they is giving is totally false. False information.
The DraftKings Casino app has got something for everyone. New customers play $5 to get 50 in casino credits instantly.
Lindsay and Asa Houston. All the men are charged with conspiracy to murder for hire charges. A grand jury indicted the rapper on felony counts for allegedly plotting to kill a rival rapper, but instead, it ended up with the death of that man's cousin. Now, when charges were first announced against Banks and alleged co-conspirators, and we covered this here on Sidebar, we didn't see Banks named in the same case as the defendants. He wasn't listed among the defendants in the case. But now we have a superseding indictment, and his name is at the top, followed by Kevon Grant, DeAndre Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston. All the men are charged with conspiracy and use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, as well as gun charges. And prosecutors claim the 32-year-old Chicago rap collective is actually a criminal enterprise. The superseding indictment states in or around 2010, defendant Durk Banks, also known as Lil Durk, a.k.a. Blood, a.k.a. Mustafa Abdul Malik, formed an organization called Only the Family, or OTF, which, among other things, produced and sold hip-hop music from artists primarily from the Chicago Banks directly. But to be clear, and investigators say that this trip to LA was flying them to Southern California, getting them set up in hotel rooms, finding weapons and cars for them to use in this apparent assassination attempt. And investigators say that this trip to LA was funded by either OTF or Mr. Banks directly. But to be clear, prosecutors are saying Banks didn't want any part of the planning to be connected to him because he reportedly texted one of his alleged co-conspirators, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Now, authorities believe that Banks also flew to Southern California via private jet at this time. Now, the indictment accuses the defendants of following Quando Rondo's black Escalade around LA back in August of 2022. But here's the thing. Traffic camera photos show a white Infiniti seemingly following this SUV until it pulls into a gas station. The Infiniti is then parked behind the gas
What it
station
is,
in
cool.
an alley. The indictment reads on August 19th, 2022, at the Beverly gas station, defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 used the firearms procured by defendant Grant, including the fully automatic firearm, to shoot at TB's car, striking and killing SR. This is TB's cousin, Savia Robinson, who was standing next to TB's car while TB was inside. The images below show defendants Jones and Lindsay and
We
co-conspirator
already know all of
2
that.
firing their
See,
guns
this is
at
another
TB's
thing they do. It's no new news, right? So they just run back the same thing. Keep running it back. Keep running it back. That's what I mean by, yo, this is a blog site. Long Crime Network is a blog site. It ain't no different than DJ Academics. No different than Hassan Campbell. You understand what I'm saying? This is a fucking blog site. But the problem with them is they're not tapped into the culture. So when they do videos on a Durk or somebody of that nature, YNW Melly, yo, they be dead fucking wrong. But the problem is YouTube sends them all the traction. Sends them all the traction. So ultimately, people is getting bad information from here.
Black Escalade. And this filing also includes surveillance photos of the suspects, or potentially the suspects, appearing to fire guns towards those gas pumps. Wando Rondo, again known as TB in the indictment, who was the alleged target of this murder for hire plot, wasn't hurt. But according to investigators, he was actually inside the gas station when the shooting happened, but his cousin, SR, Savia Robinson, was standing next to the SUV and was killed. Banks, though,
Anthony,
is
what
not
the fuck are you
accused
talking
of
about
being
Tank Davis?
present when that shooting happened. Moore was kind of this figure overseeing it and funded it. But investigators do say also that he tried to profit off of this incident, this shooting. Because in the superseding indictment, it states, following the attempted murder of TB and the murder of SR, defendant Banks sought to commercialize SR's death by rapping about his revenge on TB with music that explicitly referenced audio from a news clip taken shortly after SR's murder, where TB screamed, "No, no," after seeing SR's dead body. Told me they got an Addy, got location, go, go, green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no, no. And according to investigators, when word started circulating, murderers were going to be arrested in connection with the shooting, Banks allegedly tried to flee the country. An affidavit filed in support of the indictment reads, the FBI received notifications from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, showing that Banks had been booked as a passenger on 2 international flights. Friend of the show, Detective.
Now look who they bring up here to discuss this. Like, yo, if y'all gonna do this, man, bring up
Eric Barnes to talk more about
who the
this.
fuck is he?
Detective Barnes, you can see how investigators move their way through this case.
Like, we don't need the detective's point of view, man. All the fuck, their whole point of view gonna be fucking. It's gonna be one-sided toward the prosecution.
Gathering evidence, piecing together.
We don't need that shit.
The parts of this puzzle. Look, these are all allegations at this point, but what are your initial takes on this investigation?
It seems in this investigation that the detectives were very meticulous with collecting their information. They didn't get in any rush to go out and make an arrest. Obviously, anytime that you're making a high-profile arrest or dealing with a high-profile investigation, the last thing you want to do is prematurely go and arrest someone of the caliber of Lil Durk, because you know you're going to be on the front page of the newspaper, and it's either going to give you positive exposure to your case, or it's going to expose your investigation.
What do you think is the strongest evidence right now tying back to him?
The strongest evidence that I could see in reading through the indictment is that, you know, his organization, OTF, Only the Family, his credit cards were used by members of this organization to purchase and kind of coordinate the movement that was needed to make the murder happen.
And I'm ready to put you on timeout. You're not even talking about nothing. Yo, nobody's talking about what the fuck. You watching something different?
Under my name. I've talked about this on previous sidebars, but could he be saying, I don't want any part of this. Don't put me on any of this. You do whatever you think you need to do. Keep me out of it. Maybe, but then you look at the allegations that he was profiting off of the killing afterwards. That would be maybe a top.
Yo, see, yo, that's that dumbass shit. Yo, that don't fucking mean nothing. If, like, how you gonna say what you just said? That he wanted to distance himself from it. But because he's dissing, that means he's connected to it. That don't mean anything. Because the fuck, I ain't had nothing to do with it. I still dissed. The fuck, I'm a drill rapper. Drill rappers diss. But it's like their information is always swayed toward the angle that, how can I explain this? It's always swayed toward the angle that the media wants to push. You understand? So if the media wants you to believe that Diddy is guilty, Law and Crime is going to push Diddy is guilty. If they want you to believe that Durk is guilty, Law and Crime is going to push Durk is guilty. Like they never give you the reverse end. And when they do, they always go right back to what they know. And that's the prosecution. That's the system. They're part of the system.
Tough sell to say he didn't either know what was going on or didn't have a part in it, right?
I think so. Another question I think you also have to ask is, if you knew that this situation was going to take place, do you have an obligation to report it to authorities? You know, obviously within this culture, you know, snitching is something that's looked down on. But if someone's going to use one of my credit cards to go and commit a murder, I may not call the police, but I'm definitely going to call the credit card company.
Shut your dumb ass up. You lying. The fuck, little silly looking ass. Yo, the thing about it is, yo, and what he should have said if he's a fucking real detective, is that, yo, the crime doesn't even have to be committed to be charged with conspiracy. You can know about the crime that's about to be committed, and they can still charge you with conspiracy. That's what I learned through my situation. The crime doesn't have to be committed. Doesn't have to be committed. Conspiracy ain't nothing different than a motherfucking RICO charge. A whole bunch of this happened, so this happened. This happened, so this happened. And, you know, that type of shit. They don't really need no real proof.
And block any charges that are coming out.
He can maybe say, I didn't know they were going to do that. Let me ask you this. With murder for hire cases, I've always been fascinated by this. Don't you feel it's a little ironic? The goal, of course, would be, if you take the allegations as true in this case or other cases, is the mastermind behind it doesn't want anything leaking back to him. But sometimes in these cases, there is the biggest evidence trail of all. Paper trail, digital trail, messages, financial trail, right? Don't you see that? I mean, that's, again, you might say there's not a lot of evidence against Mr. Banks here.
It's hard to get out
but
that
there's
motherfucker,
at
bro.
least something to warrant charges.
It's hard to get
I
out
believe
that bitch.
just the distance.
That's why they do it.
From Chicago to where they went in California was the biggest obstacle for them, because, you know, the only way for them to be able to travel and make this murder happen, they had to make arrangements. And you can't walk into an airport and pay cash for a plane ticket. You know, you have to use electronic means to be able to get on a plane and rent cars. So they definitely left a paper trail on this that I think was the quote unquote smoking gun.
There's a part in the indictment when they talk about co-conspirators either known or unknown. Does that mean that investigators are still looking into other people who might be connected to this?
I believe that also when you talk about known or unknown, it alludes to the fact that there are other individuals out there that do have knowledge of this and maybe aren't fully ready to cooperate at this point.
What would lead them to
conspiracy
cooperate?
a tough charge to beat,
You know,
bro.
there's a lot of different things that can cause somebody to cooperate. It could be maybe at this point in time they just don't feel comfortable. They could be working through other charges on themselves, you know, that they may have they may be currently charged with, different court cases. You know, also there's a lot of back and forth now, because you have individuals that were part of an organization that ultimately chose to turn against other members of the organization. So it's causing a...
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, because can I read you something? Can I read you
Yes.
something from the indictment? One of the overt acts, so in order to prove this kind of conspiracy, it's not just a criminal agreement, you need overt act steps that are taken.
TBG News.
This is overt act number 25. On August 19th, 2022, defendants Grant Wilson Jones...
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill, guys.
What's
Just
coming
hi.
soon?
It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by one of the founders of Honey, and it basically...
Lindsay in Houston, and co-conspirator 2, so this person's not named, traveled to a hamburger restaurant in Los Angeles County where the co-conspirators discussed, among other things, payments to defendants Jones and Lindsay for the shooting earlier that day. The only way, correct me if I'm wrong, the only way authorities can know that information is because of co-conspirator 2, right? That person has to be cooperating. Otherwise, if this isn't, they're talking about it, how else would they know they talked about it?
Right. There has to be some kind of corroborating information that can prove up both sides of that conversation that they allege took place.
Yeah, that's the part that makes me feel like you might have some cooperating witnesses, which could be, you know, quite problematic for the defendants in this case. Talk to me about the attack. You know, we've been showing the surveillance footage, the surveillance photos of this. It's embedded in this indictment. The idea that they were following in broad daylight, parked the car, open fire.
Look, then it's the way he talk about it. In broad daylight. Like, yo, that shit happens every motherfucking day, guy. Jesse Weber. It happens every motherfucking day, man. It happens in all type of communities. Like, this is not something specific to black people. Like, motherfuckers get followed, they get tailed. It happens in government. It happens in high-level business. It fucking happens. Fuck boy.
That is really, really brazen.
The attack was very very meticulous in the fact that they did some research. They followed them step by step. But the fact that they were willing to do it in broad.
That's that misleading ass picture, y'all. That I gotta point it out every time they show it. This picture creates the illusion that this car is behind this car. But this car is all the way back here. This car is all the way back here. You don't even see this motherfucking car. This car ain't nowhere in the picture. They dirty for that, man. That was intentional, man. Right, for real. This was intentional, though, y'all, to mislead the people. To make you think, oh, shit, they got him. They right on his tail. Hell no. They probably nowhere near that car. They might be motherfucking a whole light behind this motherfucking truck. You never know. Because they ain't give us the real information. What if they're a whole light behind this car? Whole light. Would it still be strong evidence? If they're a whole light behind this car, y'all, would this be strong evidence? If they all be back here, he right here, this car right there, and this car is all be down here some motherfucking way.
Daylight, I think just kind of gives you a peek into what their commitment level was to make this happen. There's almost a sense of urgency that pushed them, that there was something there that made them feel like if this doesn't happen now, then, you know, it's not going to happen. So there was something that motivated them to make it happen then, and they were willing to risk it all during the day, broad day.
And that's why I talked about the shit I talked about yesterday with fucking Vlad TV and Lord Tim. Lord Tim allowed Vlad TV to fucking create a narrative that it was $1 million bounty out on, I guess, whoever. And Lord Tim agreed to it and said, yeah, I heard about that. I heard about the $1 million. That's why they was interviewing them boys, man. It's all, you know, it's all together. That is going to be in court. That is a mission that, even if it ain't fact, even if it's just rumored, he said it. He's the person that's involved. That's why I say Quando Rondo and Lord Tim, they not really the same. Quando Rondo, a little bit more street smart than Lord Tim. I mean, a little bit more street smart, because Tim shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Vlad tricked him, and it was intentional, because Vlad don't like dirt. So Vlad trying to find his way in this case.
The gas station.
Is it hard to process a scene like that?
I think one of the things that would make that scene difficult is that you have so many civilians at that location that aren't experienced in the gang world. And so you may have moms there pumping gas. You may have day laborers that are there stopping to make a break at the bathroom.
You're right, A1.
And the first thing you think as a civilian when you hear gunshots is you're concerned for your own safety. So in terms of being able to get details of where the shots came from, what your suspect looked like, license plate numbers, things of that nature, is going to be very hard because people are disconnected from that type of activity.
I don't know, Miss.
Can't imagine.
Miss, oh y'all, it's a lot of Durk hate. Like I ain't know Durk had this much hate in the world on the internet. Like it's a lot of people for whatever reason that do not like Durk. I don't know what the fuck he did to him. Like he ain't diss all that dead folks. Like I don't know. I don't know. That's just strange to me. Strange. Like people is trying hard to pin more cases on him and doing all type of police work. Like it's crazy.
What would have happened if the bullet hit the gas pump? What that could have resulted in? That is just really, really frightening
Right,
to
ain't
think
no telling
about.
what he told
I mean, we're talking about a tragic death of somebody as well. One of the things that is disturbing too, and I hate talking about it, but this is another case of prominent rappers who are caught up in the legal system, who are accused of being part of gangs. We covered the YSL case. From your experience, maybe looking into these kinds of, gang affiliated cases, what are some of the hallmarks that you're seeing here? What would you like to know as you're moving through this?
Well, Jesse, obviously, one of the things that's been synonymous with drill music and specifically this genre of rap or hip hop that Lil Durk was involved in.
You don't know about no goddamn drill music.
The streets and rap are one and the same. You can't rap about this type of activity if you're not actually living that lifestyle. And so in order to have that backing, which is largely from the street culture, from other criminals, you have to be committing acts of crime. And so if you're not committing those acts, you lose your fan base. And so one of the things that I would dig deep into with this investigation is just really looking
where he got
into
that from, y'all.
You mentioned earlier.
Where he get that information from? He ain't know that. He don't look like he tapped in, man. Y'all been watching YouTube videos.
They're going to use some of his lyrics in one of his songs against him. The investigators have to really be careful to make sure that their timeline of when the song was released and these events line up, because it could be talking about a shooting, but now you run across the issue of making sure that it's this specific shooting and not some other shooting.
By the way, I wanted to just ask you one more question, which some prosecutors would say is strong evidence that Mr. Banks.
Somebody brought up a good case. Somebody brought up a good point. They've been trying to get Durk. They've been trying to get Durk for a while. They had his father. Father got away from him. Durk probably been a marked man for years. For years, they've been trying to get Durk ass just to say we got both of them. We had his father, now we got the son. That's how them people operate, man. Like they be looking at people as trophies. It's like a trophy to us. We got Lil Durk, Grammy Award winning rapper, son of Big Durk. Understudy of Larry Hoover. Like it's a predatory system, man. It's a predatory system. What'd you say?
Knows that his alleged co-conspirators are getting arrested. He tries to flee the country. I interviewed Bradford Cohen.
Oh shit! I ain't think about that, Edward.
Defense attorney.
He fuck around here.
Sure, it could look like that, but what it also could be is sometimes clients, sometimes defendants.
I ain't think about that.
They might know
that they got him on video
to arrest them.
That could have been afterwards.
Even if they know they're innocent, they have nothing to do with this, but they know that police are going to arrest them, thinking they're involved. And they will purposely book flights to see if they get flagged. Because if the flights get flagged, then they know that there's a warrant out for their arrest or they're about to be arrested. What do you make of that?
Well, I honestly, I think that, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I think this scenario, pressure was applied. And I think that Lil Durk needed a little more time to think and gather his thoughts. Now, whether that meant he was involved or not, to the extent that they're alleging, I don't know, but I do believe that he was trying to buy himself some more time to kind of get away from the situation and kind of grasp what was really going on.
All right, well, we will see where this goes next. Again, little development here. He's been extradited, pled not guilty, now part of this superseding indictment. Detective Eric Barnes, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jesse.
All right, everybody, that's all we have.
It could be, yo. I know it's something, yo. They coming after it because they don't have a strong case on at Durk, man. Like I don't give a what long crime I'm talking about. Now look at the dirty tactics the feds is resorting to with Diddy. Like I would expect they're gonna do some similar shit with Durk. They're gonna be doing a lot. It's gonna be a lot of dirtball activity by the feds, man, to try to get a conviction, man. Hope Durk ain't in there talking about his case. They're gonna try to send an informant at him. They're gonna try to send an informant at him. Try to see if he can talk about the case there. That's what they do, yo, when they don't got nothing. They start getting desperate. And sometimes they can ruin their case that way. Like if y'all ain't see that video I just dropped on Diddy, man, ain't no telling where that information gonna go. That motherfuckers raided Diddy's cell, took personal information and gave it to the prosecution. Like, yo, is that standard? Is that protocol? Like, I ain't know that's what they did with that. Like, so now Diddy lawyers trying to find out who sanctioned this raid of his cell, who told people what to look for, and who gave this information to the feds. Because some of the information that they used was information that Diddy was using to create his defense. So it kind of fucked the case up. See, let me tell you something that they don't typically talk about. Everybody talk about the feds' conviction rate, right? But nobody talks about how often the feds drop cases. The feds do drop cases. They do drop cases. Nobody talks about that though. They'd rather drop the bitch before they lose. That's why their conviction rate so high. But the only reason their conviction rate high is because the laws are so geared toward them winning the case. You feel me? It's damn near impossible to beat them motherfuckers, but you can beat them. We watched Youngboy beat him, even though I don't know, what that case was about. But he beat him. I talk about the guy that killed the dude from Paid in Full, the snitch. He beat him recently. Here, regular Joe. I talked about the guy from my city, YGG Tay. YGG Tay had 6 murder for hires. He caught 25 years for it. And he ain't do no telling. So it's ways to get out. Like people just, he gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. Not with that evidence. What Durk need to worry about right now is I'm ready to ride to the store. Is making sure don't nobody else crack. If somebody else corroborates the story, I be trapping. I don't know what's up with him, bro. If somebody else corroborates that story, that sequence of events, that Durk played the role in this shit, then Durk gonna be he in trouble now. But with just one person that we know about, just co-conspirator too, I think a lot of them boys telling from California. Honestly. I think a lot of them boys telling from California. And what I always tell y'all, most of the times people tell about murders is when they get caught with a firearm. I don't know why it's like that, but that's what it is. I guarantee it come out. The first person told got caught with a firearm. Cause this the thing. I was talking to my man Ham, World Dope Podcast about that. And he brought up a good point. You're gonna need some California help. Maybe might need more than one person. So a couple of them co-conspirators fuck around coming from Cali. What's up, the wave? What it is? You say I'm just talking? Okay. I think I'm more credible than the average YouTuber. I've been through real investigations, buddy. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, champ. I think I knew law before, but I knew about law before I came on YouTube. Just from my own life and people around me. Damn, where the fuck my keys at? Abraham, who the fuck is that? See, that's what I'm saying, no heart. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people make out. And those are stories people don't talk about. Motherfuckers be giving time back. They be dropping cases. Like, it be all type of like, yo, it ain't what people think. People just look at that number. Oh, they got a 99% conviction rate. But they don't know about the other shit. You know, they be breaking laws. Motherfuckers be giving time back, yo, because the feds be, especially the feds nowadays. These feds aren't the feds of old. These feds be reaching. They be reaching, man. Just Diddy case is a reach.
What are you saying? What I'm saying is
that shit is a reach, man. Like a serious one.
Okay, I'll reach out. In my own time.
Dang, yo, the fuck is my... The old block case was a reach. Them boys still ain't been sentenced yet. Sentencing keep getting pushed back. They haven't ruled on their motions of acquittal yet. They filed motions of acquittal right after the trial was ended. They haven't ruled on them bitches yet. A lot of people thought that was a slam dunk. I can't never find my keys when I'm looking for. Oh, here they go. Yeah, people thought that was a slam dunk. Man, proud of Meech did a little bit more than that. Meech ain't just Meech ain't give time back, honestly. If you don't find no technicality or laws don't change in your favor, they ain't just doing no motherfucking favors and just giving people time back. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I have a hard time believing Meek ain't know what time he was involved in. Like, I can't believe that. Like, there's no way. There's no way, y'all. There's no way that girl been getting locked. Damn, fuck words up. That girl been getting people locked up and all that shit for all this time. And Meech ain't know. And this is the girl. This is the girl in charge of your life rights. Man, fuck out of here. Keep it G News ain't gonna believe that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, but Meech ain't just get no time back. He probably found, laws do change. He probably found some type of loophole. But Meech was a big fish. Look at what they doing with Lion Hoover right now. Lion Hoover and that motherfucker 80. He ain't killed nobody. They is not trying to release that boy. That man. Old as he is. His old age. They is not trying to release him. That shit's sad for real. Because he ain't get locked up for no murder. But they charging him basically with all the crime in Chicago. Basically saying if he ain't never start this gang, Chicago will be a whole nother place. And the crazy thing about it, when he started that shit, he didn't expect for that shit to get like that. Part of the reason it's like that is because they locked up all the OGs and the people that brought structure. That's part of the adverse effects of mass incarceration that I be talking about. That's part of the adverse effects of just locking black men up. Like, yo, it's adverse effects to that. Alright, yeah, the crime might dip a little bit. Yo, but what about the motherfucking fathers that you taking away? What about the structure that you take? What about the uncles and the brother? Like, you understand what I'm saying? When you take them out, the next generation gonna be worse. The next generation is always worse. It's always worse, y'all, when you do that shit. That's just how that shit is. You talking about A1? No, Rallo told. Rallo big told. He might have just admitted. There was another video I wanted to show y'all too, but it's motherfucking 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't even need to be riding to the goddamn store, but I ran out of place. I gotta get up in 3 hours. Yeah, don't forget to support the platform, y'all. If y'all enjoy the show, support the platform, man. Buy a super sticker, super chat, hit the cash app, support the movement, man. No, I ain't no rich YouTuber. Shit. Motherfucking I just don't like the smear campaign going on with Durk. Like I don't fuck with that. It's just like people are so happy, like especially Vlad, Adam 22, and that motherfucker, especially Vlad. Yo, did y'all watch yo that live from last night was funny as shit where when Vlad was talking about he don't cooperate with police and the interviewer was like, well, I'm sure they could just go get the interviews. He's like, oh yeah, but they was thinking I had like unreleased footage, but if you know anything about me, I release all the footage. Alright then, so what the fuck is you talking about then, Vlad? If you release all the footage and you know the type of footage you got, then what the fuck is you doing? You is cooperating. Talking about people say I don't cooperate, but people saying that I do. Yeah, the fuck you is, man. You got Lil Tim up there. I can't believe Lil Tim fell for that. Lil Tim should be getting more backlash than that. From just, I'm saying I'm the only person calling it out. But that just lets you know these YouTubers don't be knowing what to look for. Like, they don't be knowing about how this shit go. And if they did, they'd have been on the same shit I'm on. Lil Tim went up that bitch and told. He ain't even had to do that. Or let Vlad trick him. He probably told on old Black Lloyd. Who knows? I wish we can get a better video of how that whole night went down. Like a better video, yo, because it was so much going on that night. Them little scenes and cut scenes that we got ain't really enough to really give us a real good picture of how all that shit went down. Like, you don't see Slutty. We ain't see what happened with Slutty. How the fuck he get killed? You seen old Black Louie get shot. He come running out of nowhere with the fire on. Like he was in a fucking movie. Yeah, but what I realized is, yo, them Chicago boys are different. Like, yo, they don't, like, once that shit they be talking in the music, that's how they really is. You get them a low, that's all they need. You get them a location, they on their way. Like, they don't really put too much thought into it. Like, shit. My bad. Appreciate everybody that tax that ain't go nowhere. But I don't know why it's like that. Every time I ride to that gas station, I gotta remember that next time. It was at the store that's close. They be selling the fake Black and Miles, man. I don't be trying to fuck with them. They having the fake joints. This is nasty. But like I was saying, yeah, the Durk hate. I ain't on the Durk hate train. I ain't on the Durk hate train. My man said I'm biased when it comes down to the O Block and the FBG shit. But I don't think I'm biased. I think I just call it how I see it. I mean, I don't think the push and peace movement is gonna work. I think J-Man going about it the wrong way. I think certain members of O Block don't even feel like they need to push peace. I think it's real convenient, even when Durk did it. I called it out when Durk did it. Like, I don't know how he said I'm fucking biased. I called Durk out a few times on my page. I called him out for not taking care of his kids. Like, how the fuck you gonna be the voice of the streets and you don't take care of your kids? Or not take care of, but spend time with your kids. You can't be the voice in those streets if you don't spend time with your kids, man. That's law. Like, You can't be no real nigga. You don't take care of your kids. That's law, man. Like we need to change the definition of what a real nigga is, or a real man, or a real person. Need to transition that out of street shit. Like street shit don't make you real. Like I know some real people that ain't never touched the streets, ain't never sold a drug, but they real. Their word, they stand on their word. They fathers, they motherfucking husbands, they boyfriends. You understand? Like they just on real man time. Not that gangster shit that we was taught. Right, fuck that gangster shit. That gangster shit gonna have your ass with a motherfucking cell number. Motherfucking 341521. You heard me? Say that bitch so long you'll never forget it. I ain't been locked up in motherfucking in 15 years. Still can give you my jail ID number just because I repeated that bitch so many motherfucking times. I can't even tell you. I can't even give you my phone number from 15 years ago, but I can give you my motherfucking jail number. Shit crazy. Shit crazy, man. I know, y'all. That's that Chicago mentality, man. In Chicago, man, they really on that gang shit. But I get it. I get why they on it like that, because it's like, yo, if you ain't in a gang in Chicago, bro, you damn near dead, man. Unless you just stay out the way completely. Don't go outside. Yeah, man. It's 1,000 gangs in Chicago. That's a lot of fucking gangs, man. There's a lot of gangs. 1,000? There might be more gangs in Chicago than it is in Cali. That shit is literally gangland. Like, people call California gangland. Chicago is gangland. Like I say, yo, Durk just made some pivotal mistakes. Made some mistakes, yo. Yo, if you hanging with the guys, yo, and you start saying the guys not on the same page you on, like if you on some rap and shit, and the guys is on gangster shit, then you gotta separate from the guys, bro. Like that's just what it is, and niggas gonna have to respect it. You know what I mean? Niggas gonna have to respect it. If a nigga fuck with you like they say they fuck with you, they gonna get it. If not, fuck them. They ain't fuck with you anyway. They just trying to use you. Like that's what it really is, man. I think Durk cared about what niggas people said about him. Like he mentioned it in his song. He said in the song he'd do anything to show him he ain't weak. He said that shit in one of his songs. I fuck what people think. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. My kids love me. You feel me? My girl deal with me. That's like, no, she love me too. So at the end of the day, yo, that shit don't. I don't give a fuck, man. You feel me?
Nice food and Hollywood Deli. How you wanna play this? Yo, this is his game. So you let us know how you want to quarterback.
See, in East City. Yeah, Durk got hella kids. Got hella kids, man. Shit fucked up though, yo. He definitely put the gang over his kids, yo. I think Durk put the gang over everybody. Until it's got, and see, that's the thing. Durk had some disloyal people around him because his house got hit. His house being hit was a fucking prime example that, yo, you got some people around you that you need to get the fuck away from you. Got some people around you, man. Yo, you really can't hang with more than 3 people. If you in the streets. If you in the streets, you can't hang with more than 3 people, man. Anything over 3 people is too many. You putting yourself in great danger hanging with more than 3 people. Now you can know however many people you want, but as far as physically hanging with them, I mean, they know where you live at and shit like that. Man, fuck no, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's gonna put you in a trick bag every time. Cause people, niggas get jealous and shit. I ain't even hear anything about Jason. I was just something hungry. Niggas get jealous. Start feeling some type of way. But I don't be, see, this the thing, I don't be blaming them, yo, because it takes, yo, when you coming from certain environments, yo, it take you a little longer. It just does. That's just what it is. Take you a little longer to get it than other people who just grew up in different environments. Hey, yo, because we've been sold this fake reality. Like a lot of things that we was taught and grew up on and raised on, that we had to learn over time. We had to learn over time that shit was wrong. You feel me? We ain't know that shit at first. I thought, shit, I used to think the more people the better. Shit, it could be 30 of us, we good. But what you realize as you get older is, man, fuck no, that's too many people. Need to be trying to chop them off. You know what I mean? About 3 people. Yeah. Yeah, you live and you learn. If you ain't learning, you ain't living. But then you got people too though, y'all, that they don't want to learn nothing new. You know? It's sometimes, yo, for some people, yo, it's hard to admit that you've been misled. A lot of people don't want to admit that. A lot of people won't admit that they've been misled. They rather just believe the lies. You feel me? They rather just believe the lies than to come to the realization that, yo, motherfucker gave me bad information. You feel me? Motherfucker gave me bad information. Like, shit real, man. Shit is real. Yeah, you do. But this another thing too. When you learn the hard way, I be trying to tell people. Like, yo, I said this on numerous videos. Yo, everybody learns. But the problem is that everybody don't live through their lesson. You know, sometimes a motherfucker lesson might be death. A motherfucker might get killed for some shit they been doing wrong for years. You feel me? They've been getting away with it. They've been wrong for years. Motherfuckers been telling them it's been wrong. They don't want to listen. They keep doing it. Then they know they end up dead. Like, yo, stop fucking with them boys on that other side, man. You know they ain't right. Oh, no, that's my man. Fuck with yo. Next thing you know, the nigga get lined up. Like I fucking told y'all several times, stop fucking with them boys. Yo, stop riding dirty like that. Yo, you shouldn't be riding with all that work on you. Oh, no, I'm good. I'll take them on a run. Next thing you know, get pulled over. Next thing you know, you get pulled over. Get booked with motherfucking a half a brick, a firearm. Next thing you know, they got 20 years in the feds. You be like, damn. They learned. You feel me? In both situations, they learned. It's just that what you gonna do with the information now? It's useless now. The inevitable already happened. I was trying to save you from the motherfucker. Everybody learns, man. That's one thing I learned about life. Everybody learns. It's either you're gonna learn by choice or by force. But you're gonna learn out this bitch. Believe that. Your ass is gonna learn. This shit crazy, man. I just wish, yo, that these young kids learn sooner. You feel me? Like, it shouldn't always have to be so drastic. You know what I mean? Like, look like that video we watched earlier. Y'all seen them little kids, man? Seen them little kids, man? Running around Chicago with them big ass firearms. Can't even shoot them bitches. Gonna be looking like Cornelius Smith in a Young Dolph case. If they ever fire that motherfucker. End up hitting an innocent child or something. That's why so many innocent people get shot in Chicago. They run around them high-powered weapons. 15-year-olds. With them high-powered weapons. Shooting everybody in sight but their target. But the sad reality is them little kids ain't gonna live long. That's why I don't agree with interviewing them. It's like, yo, you know, if you old enough, you know that shit is a dead end street. So why are you interviewing them, giving them a fake sense of reality? Like, damn, I'm ready to get on. No, good goddamn well they ain't ready to get on. They ready to die with this bitch. The fuck you talking about? You know they ain't ready to get on. They ready to get life in prison. So why are you interviewing them? But they just trying to get their little views out of them. That's all it is. They trying to get their little likes, get their little views, get their little comments out of them before they go. That's fucked up, yo. That's predatory. I can't respect that. Can't respect that. Shit crazy. Yo, but man. Y'all appreciate everybody that tapped in, y'all. If y'all can't support the platform, y'all know we go live every day at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure y'all check out. If you're new to the channel, check out that video I dropped on Diddy. Like about a couple hours ago. Yeah, straight up. Straight up. I appreciate everybody, man. Another day, keep it G News. And I'm out.